Hi everyone, I'm going to try and show you how to do the lenses for Space Marine helmets. So we're on Contemptor Dreadnought here, and what I've done is put a base coat of Mephiston Red on, and then gone over that with a coat of Nuln Oil, just to darken it down into the recesses. Okay, so getting a fine detail brush. The next colour will be Wild Rider Red. So watering it down a bit, and then make sure you wipe off any excess from your brush. And what we're aiming for is from the front of the lens along the bottom and just try and fill out the circle like that. It's a bit too much on this brush at the minute. So then just try and even them out. Get some of the shape. Highlight. So I've used a Contemptor Dreadnought just as it's got larger lenses. Makes it slightly easier to see what you're going for, and then you can scale it down to normal marine helmet size. So taking Fire Dragon Bright, I recommend is if you've got a base lying around or somewhere, you can just try and take off any excess from your brush, and also practice drawing that line to go along the bottom. Now you can use a lot more steps to progress between colours, or what you can do is then go over with shades to blend them in. So just looking for a very small amount on that bottom part. And then come into the white back corner, so using White Scar. I think that paint's a bit too dry. So having a spare base or something to try things out on also means you can try your dot before you actually approach the model. just to make sure it's not too much. So I've got it in the wrong spot there. It's a slightly better spot on that side there. Stay in focus. But after that you can then go over shades, or you can shade it before putting your white dot on and then do that finally. But as a tabletop sort of standard, then that's sort of possible. I will go back and touch up that eye. Don't know where that dot is. You can then, if you wanted to, you could progress through the colours a bit slower, or you could use even more and go to Uriel yellow. But next I'll show you another technique which I've heard of people using, but not something that I've done much with myself. I just thought I'd show you guys, since it is another method of painting eyes. So what I've done is I've started with Fire Dragon Bright for the eyes, so a couple of thin coats there, and then what I'll do now is get some Wild Rider Red, and then the idea with this is to actually work it in the other direction. So as you saw, I was struggling slightly with, apart from focusing, there we go. So I'm going to try and focus lock that, there we go. I'm struggling with the line at the bottom, so what you can do is just fill in the eye. Now I've gone massively over there, okay, onto the armour. Don't worry about that, because I'll show you a technique to help guide you clearing that up. It'll stay focused. Okay. So you can go as thin as you're brave at the bottom, and also keeping the paint quite thin will help blend it in a touch. Okay, so once we've done the Wild Rider Red, you can then move on to the Neverstone Red. Again, just as close as you dare to your previous coat. Try and blend it in. So now what we'll look at is how to give you a guide to correct the spillage onto the armour. So going back to Nuln Oil. So taking your Nuln Oil, what we want to do is cover the entire lens. So that it fills the edges of the lens. Now where this will help is, with some models, the edges of the lenses are actually quite difficult to follow. But with this method, you can drop it in and it will show you where the edges are, natural edges. It'll also darken down that red for you. So just apply as much as you need, and what you can do if you wanted to is just completely flood it and then take away afterwards. So I'll do that now just to show you the method. So drying off my brush and then just in the middle pick up the excess. Get there. So should allow a bit more time for this to dry, but I'll show you the next step. So taking Caliban green, so thin it down a bit. That's the right consistency. Though this brush is a little bit knackered, so see what I can do with it. So where you've got your edge from the Nuln Oil, you can then paint up to that with your Caliban green. Okay, and there we have it. So it's a couple of different ways. Now I'd say that these are gaming table sort of standard lenses. I'm certainly nowhere near good enough for display cabinet lenses. With the way that the camera and everything is set up, it's not that easy to get comfortable to sort of do that sort of stuff. Just an example, I've got two LED strip lights angled quite close to me and a camera in front of me, so there's not actually a whole lot of room to sort of relax. But those are the two different ways that I know of to do it. So again, I'm not going to do the white dots on the marine at the minute because the Nuln Oil's probably going to still be a bit wet, so it could end up being a bit of a nightmare. So, but yeah, any questions, or if there's anything else you'd like to see, let me know, and catch you in the next one.